listening, reading, writing, speaking. I'll show you the interface. I'll show you how you can get access to this interface for free. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some great news for you. If you are in Australia and you have been struggling with your English proficiency tests for your immigration, because now the easiest test in the world is accepted for Australian immigration. Yes, a lot of students call Celpip the easiest exam among choices like IELTS, PTE, and Celpip. We've already had this grow a lot in Canada because of how easy the exam is, how fast you get the results, and it's all online, just like PTE. But here's the kicker. It is marked by humans instead of AI, which means it's more accurate. And I'm going to show you in this video the 4 modules: listening, reading, writing, speaking. I'll show you the interface. I'll show you how you can get access to this interface for free so you can start practicing. Plus, now you can officially book it instead of the stern and stubborn options you used to have before. Without further ado, let's get started with Celpip and understand what this exam is really about and if you should take it for your immigration. Celpip exam overview in 1 minute. You have 4 modules: reading, speaking, writing, listening, just like the IELTS and PTE exams. Here, reading and listening have all multiple choice questions, so there's no fill in the gap, there's no complete the missing sentence. You can even rely on guesswork because it's multiple choice, making it easy for you to think and answer. Now, listening, the audio plays first. You take notes. During this time, you're not seeing the questions. After the audio has been played, you rely on the information from your notes to answer the questions that will come up later. Reading, straightforward. You have the passage, you have questions. Writing, you have 2 tasks. One is the email and the other is a survey writing, which is basically writing an essay. Both tasks are 150 to 200 words. Spell check, word count are both included. Speaking, you're not talking to an examiner, you are recording your responses, much like the PTE exam. There are 8 tasks in total. Some of them are 60-second speaking, some of them are 90-second speaking. So it's plenty of time, and you record your answers, you hit submit. Writing and speaking are marked by actual people, human beings, not AI, which makes it more accurate. Once you submit your exam, it's all done in one sitting, approximately 3 hours. The examiners will evaluate. They will mark writing and speaking. Reading and listening is going to be marked by the computer because it's multiple choice, pretty easy to mark, and you'll get your results lightning fast. Now, this interface that we have is AI driven, which means you get results instantly on all the tests you do. This is also free. I am including the link for this in the description, and you can get a lot of tests here. All you got to do is click see more. And now we're going to do exactly that. We're going to open up a reading test. And this is where I recommend you start practicing because this interface has the exam simulator. Here you will see the passage on the left, questions on the right. This is part 1. Parts 3 and 4 are similar with the passage. Part 2 is a little different, so I want to show that to you. You get a picture, but it's essentially text anyway. It's like a brochure. You can consider it an advertisement. And based on the points of this picture, you have questions on the right-hand side that you answer based on this brochure. That's the only unique thing in reading. Now let's go to speaking. In speaking, you have 8 questions. You will see 9 here because one is a practice question, which is unmarked. Whenever a question is displayed, you have preparation time, after which you get the speaking time. Now, some of the questions in speaking are with pictures. Something like this, it simply asks you what is happening in the picture, so you describe whatever you can see in the picture. Later on, you get something like this, where you're given 2 pictures at the same time, and you have to compare and pick an option and tell the person you're talking to why your option is better than their option. But then again, there are simple text-based questions too. They give you a situation, they ask you what is your opinion on that, and with all these questions, you have preparation time and recording time. Now when it comes to the listening test is broken into 6 parts. The difficulty level increases as you go higher. There is a mix of topics. There's conversations, monologues, and all you gotta do here, if you really wanna ace the listening test, you gotta get really good at note-taking because you have to multitask. When you're listening, you take down notes on a piece of paper. And you have to also retain a lot of this stuff in memory because you won't be able to take all the notes. Okay, so as
Good
you go
afternoon,
next,
Leo.
you have the
What
conversation,
recent technological advancement has renewed interest in geothermal energy?
which I forwarded. I forwarded the transcript, but after that you can see there's a question, you pick an answer. They're all multiple choice, and as you go along the listening, this continues. The audios become a little bit longer. They become a little bit more complex as you go from parts 1 to 6. But if you can master note-taking and memory retention, you're good to go. The Celpip writing test, again, has 2 modules. One is writing an email. So you have 3 bullet points. You write an email very similar to IELTS task 1, very similar to PTE writing task 2. The second task is a survey question where they give you a situation. You have 2 options. You pick an option and you write on that. Click submit, and on this interface, you'll get these scores instantly. And our interface here is very detailed. It really marks every single mistake you're making and gives you explanations as well as your scores with that. So try it out. Once again, it is completely free of cost. So that is the exam, ladies and gentlemen. We have here at AIELTS Education the world's best-selling Celpip 15-hour course that promises you 10 plus or your money back. We've already had 75,000 enrollments and counting. This is the best seller online and the most popular course for Celpip. I'm going to include a link for this in the description as well. This includes 25 mock tests, AI-driven and teacher marked, 15 hours of lectures, everything you need to know about the Celpip exam and what the examiners are looking for, and sample answers and a lot more detail. You're simply not going to need anything else once you enroll in this course. That is going to be in the description. That wraps up our lesson on Celpip today and our video, one of many coming up with more Celpip tips and tricks. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe. If you need any coaching, our email is in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'd love to answer. Good luck.